Imagine waking up and sensing a quiet discomfort within your soul. You suspect that the life you've crafted isn't truly yours. Perhaps every decision, every belief, every desire is shaped by unseen influences. You want to break free, to uncover who you really are, yet part of you wonders if it's too late. Our journey begins with a single question. Is your identity self-created or imposed upon you? Carl Jung believed the outer world pushes us into roles we never chose. From childhood, we wear masks to fit in, never noticing how these masks become our default faces. We comply with expectations, forgetting our authentic nature. You were told what was acceptable, which dreams were realistic, and which passions to discard. You learn to hide parts of yourself, burying them in secret recesses of your mind. Jung called this the formation of the persona, the socially acceptable mask that ensures you survive, but slowly siphons away your true essence. Yet, beneath that persona lies the shadow, everything we've disowned or rejected about ourselves. This shadow hides our fears, insecurities, forbidden desires, and dormant gifts. The more we deny it, the stronger it becomes. It dwells in our unconscious, shaping our reactions and fueling self-sabotage, waiting for us to acknowledge its existence. Jung insisted that true life doesn't begin until we reclaim these buried aspects. Most people never do. They stick to the script, content with surface-level validation. Inside, a quiet ache grows. It whispers that something's missing, urging them to look deeper. But many turn away, afraid of the truths they might find. Ask yourself, when have you pretended to be someone you're not, just to avoid rejection? When have you silenced a yearning within, convinced it was trivial? Every time we deny our deeper selves, we sacrifice authenticity. We become strangers to ourselves, uncertain why joy feels elusive or why emptiness lingers. Jung's breakthrough was recognizing that mental health is not about fitting in. Instead, psychological growth demands individuation, a process of integrating all we are, both light and dark. It's a quest for wholeness. Only when we confront our shadow do we unlock our hidden strength. Only then can our real life begin. But the journey is fraught with discomfort. Facing your shadow means revisiting wounds, regrets, and beliefs you've carefully hidden. It means admitting flaws and releasing old narratives. Yet in that courageous act, you free yourself. You discover that what you feared was never truly monstrous. It's the part of you seeking acceptance. Most people hide behind distractions. They drown unsettling thoughts with streaming services, endless scrolling, or frantic work. They mask discomfort with shallow pleasures. While these distractions offer momentary relief, they prolong the real issue. Underneath, the soul stirs, longing for resolution. True healing happens only when you finally choose to look within. Jung valued dreams as windows to the unconscious. While a waking mind senses painful truths, your dreams reveal them symbolically. Pay attention. A recurring nightmare or an odd motif might be your shadow talking. Rather than dismissing these messages, invite curiosity. What might your deeper mind be trying to show you? Individuation demands more than dream analysis. It requires mindful introspection, sitting quietly, noticing thoughts that bubble up, exploring why certain memories resurface. Ask yourself, which aspects of my personality have I disowned? What traits do I admire or despise in others? Often, those we judge fiercely mirror qualities we bury within ourselves. Projection is powerful. When we harshly condemn someone's arrogance, it can reflect an arrogant streak we deny in ourselves. Or when we worship someone's confidence, it might signify a confidence within us that's suppressed. To reclaim our buried parts is to reclaim lost power. This labor is uncomfortable, but ultimately liberating. Jung used the term active imagination to deepen our exploration. This involves dialoguing with dreams, images, or feelings. You might visualize a fear, give it a voice, and ask what it needs. This imaginative practice dissolves barriers between conscious and unconscious, cultivating empathy toward parts of ourselves we once found unacceptable. Society often labels inner exploration as indulgent or strange, but Jung saw it as essential. Without it, we're doomed to act out our unconscious impulses in destructive ways. We numb ourselves, sabotage relationships, or chase hollow successes. The real victory lies in understanding and transforming these impulses, not in denying them. Picture a child scolded for crying. Over time, that child may learn to hide sadness, seeing it as a weakness. In adulthood, this suppressed sadness morphs into unexplained anger or persistent apathy. The root cause remains unaddressed. When we reconnect with the sorrow and allow it expression, we restore emotional balance. Yet we must be kind to ourselves during this journey. It's easy to feel shame when confronting old wounds. Remember that these coping mechanisms once served you. They helped you survive a world that demanded conformity. Now, as you grow, you can release the parts that no longer serve. This requires patience. But there's more to Jung's teachings than just persona and shadow. He explored archetypes, universal symbols reflecting our collective inheritance. Mythical figures like the wise old man, the hero, or the trickster appear in various cultures because they represent fundamental patterns within every human psyche. Their stories offer insights into our inner struggles. Consider the hero's journey, popularized by Joseph Campbell, but rooted in Jung's thinking. The hero, called to adventure, must face ordeals and confront a formidable shadow. Emerging transformed, the hero gains wisdom or a boon to share with the community. This archetype isn't just legend. It parallels our internal quest to become whole. We too are heroes in our own story. Our monsters can be old traumas or limiting beliefs. Our mentors could be therapists, friends, or authors who guide us. The treasure we seek might be self-acceptance, freedom from fear, or renewed purpose. By embracing this archetype, we find clarity in our personal struggles. Yet no hero stands alone. The unconscious holds other archetypes, like the Anima and Animus, representations of feminine and masculine energies in each person. Jung believed embracing these energies fosters balance. A man who denies his anima might appear stoic, but struggles with emotional depth. A woman who rejects her animus might fear assertiveness. Embracing inner masculine and feminine qualities isn't about conforming to societal gender norms. It's about wholeness. The sensitive man who allows tears to flow stands in his full humanity. The outspoken woman who voices her needs confidently honors her animus. This integration dissolves rigid barriers, making us more complete and alive. Archetypes aren't static. They interact like actors on a stage, each playing its part. They shift under different circumstances, influencing how you think, feel, and react. By recognizing these archetypal threads within, you gain greater self-awareness. You learn which archetype is driving you at any moment and can consciously redirect your behaviors. But all these concepts, persona, shadow, archetypes, lead toward a single destination, the self. Jung believed the self is the unified whole, encompassing both conscious identity and the vast unconscious realm. To find yourself means awakening to this deeper totality, transcending the small ego and stepping into the fullness of your being. When you glimpse the self, you recognize you are not your labels, not your failures, and not even your successes. You are an unfolding experience of consciousness, shaped by personal history, yet connected to universal patterns. This perspective dissolves illusions of separation and opens space for a profound sense of belonging. Still, the ego resists this. It clings to familiar boundaries, whispering, "This is me, that is not." This boundary is important. The ego gives structure to everyday life, but we mustn't mistake that structure for the entire house. If the ego becomes tyrannical, it prevents deeper exploration and stifles personal growth. Individuation asks us to reconcile ego and self. The ego stands guard, while the self invites expansion. When balanced, you function in daily life without losing your mystical depths. You appreciate worldly achievements, yet remain connected to your inner truth. This unity yields authenticity, a life guided by purpose rather than external validation. Many never reach this point. They remain enslaved by societal demands, bury their dreams, and blame others for their unhappiness. But the call to individuation never truly leaves. It resurfaces in midlife crises, in sleepless nights, in the haunting sense that you're meant for something more, something beyond repetition and superficial achievement. Carl Jung famously said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate." This truth resonates. The more we avoid our inner world, the more it shapes us from the shadows. We believe our limitations are inevitable, when, in reality, they are unexamined beliefs. So, how do we break free? We start by questioning everything we assumed we knew. Is that ambition really ours, or was it handed down by family expectations? Does our chosen career reflect passion, or do we fear stepping into the unknown? Confronting these questions can upend our sense of stability. Change often comes with disruption. Relationships may shift when we no longer play old roles. Certain friendships might dissolve if they were built on mutual masks. Yet, real connections deepen when based on truth rather than performance. Though painful, these changes pave the way for authentic bonds that enrich our lives. Likewise, personal rituals can guide us. Journaling, meditation, therapy, or artistic expression become vessels to encounter the unconscious. In a journal, you might record daily reflections, question your assumptions, or interpret dream symbols. In therapy, you explore childhood wounds. Through art, you express feelings that words fail to capture. Each step fosters integration. Individuation is neither quick nor linear. It resembles a spiral, with each loop returning to old themes from a higher perspective. You'll face the same fear in different guises each time peeling back a new layer. Gradually, that fear loses its sting, revealing a hidden gift: courage, empathy, or creative power. Imagine the freedom of openly expressing who you are without apology. You speak your truth without obsessing over others' judgments. You pursue your passions, unshackled by shame. This is the fruit of self-integration. It's not arrogance or self-absorption, it's authenticity. You realize that being fully yourself is a unique contribution to the world. Paradoxically, truly finding yourself also dissolves self-absorption. You see the oneness of existence, how each person carries hidden wounds and unexpressed gifts. Compassion arises, for you recognize the universal dance of persona and shadow. In this profound recognition, you treat others with kindness, free from the illusions that once separated you. But illusions remain tenacious. Even enlightened insights can fade amid daily stress. That's why consistent spiritual or psychological practice matters. Returning to meditation or mindful awareness refreshes your connection to the unconscious. Periodic self-check-ins prevent you from slipping back into old roles. Over time, your new level of consciousness becomes second nature. You might ask, when do I know I've arrived? Jung would say there's no final destination. The psyche is boundless. Each discovery opens a door to deeper mysteries. You evolve continuously, refining your gifts and confronting new challenges. This perpetual unfolding is not a burden. It's the wonder of being alive. In many spiritual traditions, there's a recognition that individual consciousness connects to a larger collective or cosmic consciousness. Jung echoed this in his idea of the collective unconscious. Our archetypes derive from a communal well of human experience. Therefore, our personal growth isn't isolated. It ripples through the entire human tapestry. Every step you take toward authenticity subtly invites others to do the same. When you embrace your shadow, you radiate acceptance, permitting others to face their own darkness. This silent permission can be more transformative than any lecture. Living your truth demonstrates another way of being, courageous, compassionate, and unafraid of imperfections. That's why our individual journeys matter. Each person who awakens adds new light to the collective. We evolve together, each revelation bridging personal healing and societal change. In a world torn by division, Jung's message offers a path toward unity, first within ourselves, then extending outward. By integrating personal shadows, we heal collective wounds. Yet, let's not romanticize the path. Facing our deepest truths can be unsettling. You might question your worth, confront buried shame, or relive painful memories. This dark night of the soul is often a catalyst for rebirth. Like the mythic phoenix, you burn away illusions to rise anew, stronger and more luminous. Remember to seek support when needed. Therapists, mentors, or supportive communities can provide guidance. Nobody should navigate the unconscious entirely alone. Even heroes have allies. Shared insights and compassionate listening accelerate healing. Accept help, recognizing that interdependence enriches growth. This collaboration reflects the broader, interconnected nature of human consciousness that Jung described. Children show us glimpses of unfiltered authenticity. They explore, express, and dream without self-consciousness. Over time, social conditioning dims that spontaneous spark. Our journey is a circle. We return to that childlike wonder, but this time, with conscious understanding, we reawaken to life's magic without sacrificing the wisdom gleaned from experience.